Hello everyone, Beth here. Welcome to another Thursday Super Story. Today's story is a bit different. Have a watch and see what you think. I left the house early that morning while it was still dark and cold and sad. I was going to the tomb. They'd killed my friend, my teacher, my Lord, Jesus. They'd taken him on Friday and killed him, and on Saturday we couldn't do anything. It was the Sabbath. We just had to stay where we were. I wanted to go and look after his body, prepare it for burial. It was the only thing I could still do to show him that I loved him. But I couldn't. We had to wait. So on Sunday, I got up while it was still dark. I crept through the streets to the garden where the tomb was. And in the dark, I could see it wasn't right. The stone wasn't where we'd left it. The big, heavy stone, the stone that took 3 or 4 men to move, it was rolled away from the tomb entrance. There was just a big black gap, a door into the tomb. We didn't know what to do. We turned and ran as fast as we could. We found Peter and John. We told them the stone had been moved. They'd taken Jesus' body somewhere. We wanted to find the body to bring it back to where it should be. Peter and John ran. They ran back to the tomb. I followed, but they ran faster than I did. They got there first and they looked in. They went right into the tomb. They came out and told me that the cloths that Jesus' body had been wrapped in were there, on the bench where his body had been, just folded up, waiting. We didn't know what was going on. We were scared. Peter and John went to tell the other disciples what had happened, but I stayed. I didn't want to leave. I wanted to find out where Jesus was. I wanted to bring his body back to where it was meant to be. I waited. I didn't know what to do. I was crying outside the tomb. And then I decided to look in, see what Peter and John had seen. And when I looked in, I didn't find it empty. There were 2 men in there, but they weren't like men really. They were so white and bright and powerful and warm, and they said to me, "Why are you crying?" I told them it's because Jesus had been taken away and I didn't know where he was. And then I turned around. I thought maybe I'd look outside the tomb. I'd see a clue, a sign of where he was. And then I saw him. I didn't realise it was him at the time, but there he was. I thought it was the gardener. A man stood in the garden first thing in the morning. It must be the gardener. He asked me, "Why are you crying? Who are you looking for?" I said, "I'm looking for my Lord Jesus. They've taken his body away. I don't know where it is. Please," I asked him, "please tell me where you've taken his body. I'll go and get it. I'll bring it back." And then he looked at me, right at me, and he said my name, Mary. And then I knew he was there. Jesus stood in front of me, not dead in the tomb, alive, breathing, real. I couldn't say anything. I just said, "Teacher." I started towards him, but he said I mustn't hold on to him. That he was only here for a little while, and then he was going back to heaven to be with his Father, with his God and my God. He told me to go and tell the disciples what he'd said. So I ran. I ran so fast. I couldn't wait to tell them. I was crying again, but happy tears this time. He was alive. He was there. Jesus, not dead in the tomb anymore. Alive. I love that story about Mary finding out that Jesus was alive. She was so happy, wasn't she? She just wanted to tell everybody about Jesus being alive and to celebrate. So I have some things you can do to celebrate the fact that Jesus is alive. Because did you know he is still alive now? Now he's in heaven with God, but he's with us as well. When Jesus came back to life on Easter Sunday, he stayed alive and he is with us, being part of our lives right now, and I think that is such an exciting thing. So down in the box I'm going to put some links to some of our favourite songs, and your challenge today is to go and pick one of those songs, or more than one if you're feeling super excited, and have some fun singing and dancing and doing the actions and just feeling really happy and excited that Jesus is alive and he is with us. I will see you soon. Bye.